gentlemen, welcome to the. Turn the microphone on. There we go. Hey, everybody. We're back for another exciting edition of How Does My Crush Feel About Me? Just kidding, folks. Just kidding. We're here for another night of Psychic Sundays Live with Sally Diane. Type your questions into the chat and we'll answer them one at a time. We do go in sequence for the most part.
Hi, friends. How are you? And welcome to our favorite hour of the week, right here with you on Psychic Sundays Live. And I see some of our friends are here. Hi, Lynette. Hi, High Priestess Tarot. Pooja Gupta is here. Suzanne is here. Marcy is here. Rainbow is here. Oh, so nice. Okay. And Suzanne, thank you. I got one of my favorite crowns fixed. And see, I got a little green stone here. I lost one of my pearls. So I finally managed to make it work and I got my crown back on. I'm very happy about that. Anybody who wants to ask a question, remember you need to subscribe. So please hit that subscribe button and remember to invite all your friends. Tell them all about me so we can get a lot of subscribers. And without further ado, let's get on to the questions. And we start out with High Priestess Tarot. And High Priestess Tarot wants to know about love in March. So we'll just shuffle cards for her and see. I know you've been through a lot and you're certainly deserving of love. So let's see what comes your way in March. Okay, feels good. Well, you do have something coming in, High Priestess, and I know that you were going to school and that and working on improving your life. And this is somebody that you'll meet when you are on one of your self-improvement adventures, which is very good. Let me see what this. Okay. Even though you're going to meet somebody and it is going to be there, I see a lot of passion there. Go forward carefully, and I mean really carefully, because I think that you might end up attracted to a married man. So be careful, check him out. You always look to see if there's a white mark where the ring should be. But another trick that I learned in my younger days is if you're interested in the person, ask for his phone number. And don't give him yours. Tell him that you have to contact him, because a married man will be more careful about that. Okay, so there you go. There's that.
All right, I guess I missed that reading.
Well, she wanted to know about love in March.
Oh, well.
And that was High Priestess Tarot.
Are you looking for love or are you looking for March break?
Oh. So Pooja Gupta wants to know, what spirit wants me to know about the connection with N?
That's Pooja, not Punta.
Oh, I didn't say that, did I?
You said Punta.
I am so sorry. Especially to my Spanish-speaking friends out there. Sorry, I didn't mean it. I'm old. I forget things. Any excuse I can come up with. Okay, Pooja. What does Spirit want me to know about the connection with N? Let's see about N. What do you need to know? I really wish all these cards weren't reversed, because it just seems like that connection isn't really happening. It looks like there just doesn't seem to be enough time with each other to really form something here. And plus that, you know how they say still waters run deep? There's a lot that you don't know. Yeah, I would say that you don't know everything here. Be careful.
Are you happier now?
You know, in my heart of hearts, I want to give everybody a good reading, but I have to be honest. And this one, it just doesn't quite, it seems to wither on the vine there, just because you don't know everything that's there and there's secrets coming out. Okay, so, somebody's asking about their ex. Is my ex's girlfriend doing magic on me? Okay, Rainbow. That stuff only works if you let it. I can't tell you how many people have tried to curse me unsuccessfully. It's a matter of, it's mind over matter. Plus that, if somebody's indicating that they might be doing magic on you, they're playing mind games and you're doing the magic on yourself. So just keep that in mind.
And if all else fails, give them a voodoo doll as a present.
So the card's basically saying the same thing that I am. Yeah, she's making a lot of noise and she's trying to scare you. But hey, it's not going to work unless you let it. If you're worried about it, there's a lot of hex reversing things that you could do. There's a lot of things you can do to protect yourself. You can put snowflake obsidian in every corner of your house to form a protective bubble around you. Carry a piece of kyanite. Use a little rosemary oil. Rosemary oil is great. Add like maybe about 10 drops to your hair, to your conditioner when you're washing your hair. Does marvelous things for your hair and protects you.
I can also tell you for sure, 3 black cats in every room also did the trick.
Yes. All right.
Next we have Lynette.
Thank you, Suzanne.
Lynette's starting school in a few months.
Oh, how exciting.
Let's see how that's going.
Oh, let's look at school. Oh, that is so exciting. Congratulations. I am a true believer in education. You just can't. I'd go back to school tomorrow if I could. Love to. Okay, Lynette and school. Oh, yeah. It looks like, I get the feeling here, with school, especially if you're going to post-secondary school, you get a big variety in ages. And it feels like you're actually getting along with people, even people that are younger than yourself. It really energizes you. You're going to like this. Okay, so you have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords, it says that there's obstacles here. Okay, so make sure you have everything in order. Just a suggestion, make sure you get your textbooks early, school supplies early. Yeah, okay. You might have a hiccup here, and I do see that. You said in a couple of months, so it's maybe a month or two before you get started to school, and it's something like maybe a hiccup with your financing. I thought maybe your textbooks and your school supplies, because it doesn't seem like that serious of a thing, and you have somebody to help you out right here. Actually, oh, that's nice. I think school's going to go very well for you. And I do think that you're going to, the best part of school, other than the learning part, is meeting new friends and maybe making having a romantic connection, because that shows up as a possibility. Congratulations. I hope you do well.
And our next question comes from Basic Love ER. What spirits are in my house? Do they miss me since I've been on vacation?
Basic Lover, that is just a wonderful question. I love that. Oh, yeah. Okay, so you do have some spirits in your house. You have a spirit of a woman and a small child. I they seem to be connected, but I think they're connected in the afterlife. I don't think they were connected in the previous life. Like, I don't think this is a mother or son. I think this is just a woman and a younger child ghost. So let's see what else the cards have to say about the spirits in your house. And do they miss you? Such a good question. Okay, yes, you have two, a woman and a child. But if do they miss you? No, I'm sorry, they don't. But they do appreciate the silence and lack of light.
So they're happy he's gone or she's gone.
Well,
If they're enjoying the silence.
yeah, well, having the house to yourself, right?
Yeah, have the house to yourself. Crank up those
Sorry.
tunes. Yeah.
Okay, so
Next, High
we
Priestess.
we skipped over Suzanne.
Did we skip over Suzanne?
Yeah, she wants to know about February.
Oh well, yeah, okay.
Okay, so let's see about February for Suzanne. I know it's been a frustrating January. Let's hope February is better. Yeah, February is much better. This, I know if it was right side up, it'd be horrible. But when it's upside down, it's kind of like the end to sorrow and the end to sleepless nights and the end to worry. It does feel like you're back in the driver's seat and you're actually making things happen. And I know you're an impatient person and you like to make things happen. I think you've been stymied a bit in January, but here you are, manifesting. Okay, and then there is a warning about emotions. Yeah, man, we've had this conversation over and over and over again. I know exactly who this Queen of Cups is. She is the selfish queen. She is the emotional queen. She's a game player, and she's the one that knows how to push your buttons. Disable your buttons. You got to learn sooner or later to just take a page from the Letterkenny book of philosophy. Not my pig and not my farm.
Oh, somebody else's mom.
Yeah, somebody else's mom.
All right, let's see. Cindy was company in Florida. Maybe not.
Yeah, High Priest Gerald, you're right. 7 of Swords and 5 of Swords, both are basically nasty cards. I'm sorry it came around and visited you. I started to see, and or we're at Cindy, right?
Yeah, we are.
And Cindy's going to Florida. Oh. Hi, everyone. Any company coming to visit us in Florida this winter or spring? Well, if they do, just turn off your lights and pretend you're not home. Well, unless you want to be bothered.
I would come to visit, except Florida.
I heard a story about Florida today.
Oh, yeah?
Where some friends of mine were on the beach with their little kid, meet this other guy with a little kid, and while the kids are playing together, a handgun falls out of this guy's swimsuit. And he's so nonchalant. And of course, they're Canadians, so they're gathering up their kids and getting the heck out of Dodge. And he's just picking up his gun. Oh, it fell out of my suit. I better put it back. It's like, jeez. Nobody needs guns. Come on, nobody needs to open carry or anything like that.
They were at a beach. You never know when those whales come up on shore.
That's right.
The next Sharknado happens.
That's right. Okay, Sharknado. In the case of Sharknado, maybe a gun will help.
Did we do Cindy's reading already?
No. I got off on a tangent. Okay, Cindy. Let's see. Company in Florida. Company in Florida. Okay, and I know what I just said about 5 of Swords, but keep in mind that it's reversed. So that's kind of a little bit different. Okay, so we're going to put those two together. Okay, so you were asking if you were going to get company, and it looks like maybe I feel like they're going to promise to come down and see you in February, but they're not going to get down there until March because there's some kind of delay there. But the answer is yes, yes. After delay, I still say you should turn off your lights and pretend you're not home, but that's me. And Yvette,
Looking for new love.
looking for new love.
Just like Jody Watley.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't know who that is, you're too young.
Okay, so the one thing the cards are telling me is that you're kind of still carrying a little bit of a grudge from a previous relationship. And I see that in the reversal of the Nine of Pentacles. And it says that there is a possibility, but you need to kind of get rid of this chip on your shoulder. Because it looks like the energies that you're putting off is kind of deflecting them, because it's sort of like the resentment from the previous relationship is still coming through. So do what you can to let that go and brighten up, wear a smile, and treat every guy like he's not your ex, okay? You'll have a chance to do love in April, by the way. Okay, so let's see who's next. Oh, we have Stardust C. Hi, Stardust C. Stardust C is looking for excitement in the next 2 months. Are you munching on Ferrero Rocher? We were at Christmas party and we had grab bags, and they had all kinds of candy and goodies in it. A couple cans of soup, but that's another thing altogether. But he did get some Ferrero Rocher, and he gets it all to himself because I can't do chocolate, only white chocolate. Okay, so let's see. We got messages. Any messages from my spirit guides as to anything new and exciting happening to me in the next 2 months? Okay. Excitement for Stardust C. Yeah, January was a bit of a dud, wasn't it? It looks like February gives you a chance to make some bad decisions. Okay, good, good, good. All right, so yeah, January and February are both kind of meh. Toward February, you keep getting, decisions put in front of you, but the sort of thing that drives you into indecision. I think that's what the universe is trying to do to you. But, it says that even though January wasn't all that great and early February doesn't pan out too well, it does look like by the time March rolls around and spring is right around the corner, things start to go your way. And some of the stuff that's been blocked around you, some of the stuff that you've been waiting to happen, is going to happen. So, yeah, life's going to bring you some excitement in March. Okay.
And our next question is from Donna, who's asking about 2 other people.
Oh.
Donna, come on.
Oh, Donna. Whether or not Wyatt and Candace will get back together and be happy. Okay, so you're worried about your son. I understand that. So let's just look at what's going on with your son. Oh, he misses her. Misses her a lot. Okay, good for you. Good for you. There's this idea that they're sort of a Mexican standoff. You know what that is. But I do know that he misses her. There's a lot of, there's just a lot of raw emotions and worry and defensiveness, and they just can't seem to get on the same page. He is going to have a chance to reconcile, but it's kind of, when I looked at this, I said, good for you, Wyatt. It's kind of him realizing his own worth, because eventually he will say no to it. And it's kind of realizing that he deserves better. I know you like Candace. Not saying anything against her, but just that he deserves better treatment. He deserves a better relationship. And that realization will bring him that. Sorry. But, that's how he finds happiness. And hopefully that's how she finds happiness as well.
And next we have Sonia, who's looking about finances. Christina, 28. What's a star seed?
Okay, so Sonia and finances. I think after this I should... Actually, I think I'm just going to switch over just for a little bit, folks. I'm going to switch over to the playing cards. And these are actually cards I inherited from the late, great Bruce Meyer. Oops. So the first thing we get is that 5 of spades. And we really don't like to see spades in the cards, but there it is. So let's see what else is there. Good. Like to see that. What else we got? All right. So it says you need to be careful and balanced about finances until May. And May is when things kind of get better for you, a lot better. And I see that there's a new career choice here, which I like to see. So May's when the door opens up, and it's May, 3 months, you still get the door opening up to earn more money. But in the meantime, do what they call slice meat a little bit thinner. Okay. Thank you. Okay, so Grace?
Yeah, Grace is looking for career advice.
Oh, Bruce's cards are great for career advice.
Yeah.
Well, that's what it was all about.
Yeah.
Gee, I miss him. Okay, career advice for Grace. That's good. We're a little bit worried about that. But you've got 2 reds with 1 black, so it's more good than bad. I mean, more good than bad. Yes, that's right. On your own. And, if you're working on your own work and presenting yourself alone, you're doing quite well. You just have to watch out for the people around you. Don't, like other people might try and voice their work on you or that sort of stuff. I see what they used to call, the word skullduggery comes through, and that skullduggery is just really being nasty. I'm just seeing you working around some people that might be negative towards you, might be a little bit toxic. But when you just focus on your work and you alone, you're doing just great. Okay, so I hope that helps.
Okay. A lot of questions.
Oh, and you did say, well, I find a good job there, and the cards are reading like you already have it. So the answer to that one is yes. And we're at Joanne.
Yeah, Joanne's having problems with her instruction in her nutrition course. Is he going to be professional or not?
Okay, so being someone who teaches, my Southern mother used to say there's more than one way to skin a cat. And I have certain kinds of students that are really hard to teach. Ones are those who just can't learn, won't learn, where you look at them and wonder why they're there. But then the other kind is the kind of student you are, and they're the kind that take the class. Please don't be offended by being honest from the perspective of a teacher. They're the ones that take the class to prove to the class how much they know. And we get back to what I said at first. There's more than one way to skin a cat. So you're taking this person's nutrition course, learn it their way. Just relax. Let yourself learn their way. Let yourself see a different perspective. Isn't that the idea of learning anyhow? Now I am going to throw some cards, but I had to throw that in as a teacher, just so you know the teacher's perspective here. Okay, so again, 2 red, 1 black. There's a lot of good to be learned here. Plus that, whatever certificates you get from this nutrition course benefit you career-wise. So that's a real good reason for you to relax. Whatever you know, you can just put it on the back shelf because you can pull it out after you take the class, and be open to learning the class the teacher's way. Because right now you've got a lot of barriers here, and it's going to keep you from learning. So if you cannot learn from this person, if you cannot put your own beliefs on hold for a second to learn from somebody else, then maybe you should see if a different person teaches that nutrition course where you don't have this this I don't know, battle of egos. Yeah. But if you want to know if your teacher's perfectly good, according to the cards, he is. He just sees things differently than you.
Yeah, don't play Battle of the Egos with your teacher.
Yeah.
You don't win.
Well, what's the point of taking a class if you're going to do that? Come on.
All right, next we have Ashley M.
Hi, Ashley.
What does Ashley need to know about February? It's the shortest month of the year?
Yes. It's to which we 28 assigned till leap year makes it 29.
Yeah, because our math is so great, we can't do 365.6.
Okay, so February. And after this, I'll change back to my old friends. But if you'd rather I use the cards or the runes, if there's anything that you would like me to use, let me know. Okay. Ooh. Oh, dear. You've got a lot of black cards here. Swords is... The first thing I get in February is this 10 of Swords, which is it's kind of a completion. It feels like you've got... It's almost like you've got some kind of a toxic situation that's going to come to a head and come to an end in February. So that's both the bad and the good news, because it clears the decks. But sometimes getting rid of old grudges, old problems, just the toxicity sometimes is difficult. But I see you tackling some difficult problems in February. And by the time you hit the end of February going into March, you're ready for a new beginning. Okay. So now I'm going to pull out the Scapini deck. And I love this deck. It's so old that the cards are just really soft and pliable. I've had them since, I think, 1992. They were a gift from my sisters. Okay.
Well, Christina, 28, never came back and told us what a star seed was. So moving on.
Oh.
Or Divine Oracle Readings wants to know about the job that they interviewed from today, I guess.
Basic Lover, I did answer your question.
Yep.
Okay. Stardust C, we need to know a little bit more information there. Okay. Okay, so we are at Christina 28. Oh, she's got
Yeah.
a long question.
Yeah. Well, about Starseed. Christina 28 says, sorry, it's hard to explain.
Oh, is it possible to ask you if I am a starseed? I keep getting that I am, but I doubt and have a hard time believing that I'm special. Well, I mean, we're all piles of about $20 worth of chemicals thrown together with some water, and look at what we do.
Well, I'm looking at this. If you're having a hard time explaining what Starseed is, then you're on the wrong track.
Yeah. I mean, we're all born of stardust and cosmic energy, right? So let's see what the universe has to say about you and your abilities. But by the way, there's nothing wrong with believing you're special. It's how you become special. It's how you excel. It's having faith in yourself. Okay, so let's see what the cards have to say about Christina. A very interesting question. Thank you for asking it. Okay, the very first thing they tell you is you're missing the point. Okay, you're missing the point. The point is, yes, you are inspired. Yes, you've got this Ace of Wands energy around you. And all my students can just stifle their laughter. That's not what it means this time around. It does talk about your intuitive ability and the way you reach out. You do have special abilities. It's up to you to develop them, which means you need to start learning to meditate so you can reach the alpha state, so you can get in touch with all these connections. And if you go to my website, sallydiane.com, there just so happens to be an article on how to meditate. So please visit. Yes, you are. It's not a burden. It's not a big onerous path. Just take my advice, start meditating, and get in touch with that energy. Then go out and buy yourself a deck of tarot cards and do some readings yourself. All right.
I'm trying to remember how many points there are on the Tree of Life.
The Tree of Life, there's 10.
The 10?
10 Sephiroths. Starting with Malkuth.
Yeah, well, every time I see the Nine of Pentacles with the river and that,
yes.
it reminds me of that.
Mm-hmm.
Next, we got, did we do Divine Oracle readings? No.
Not yet.
I did not get the job from last week. The job from today. What's the card say?
Okay.
Okay.
Let's see what the card says about Divine Oracle's job situation. Okay, so first you get the Four of Cups, which of course you do, because, you haven't gotten what you want. But I have a feeling that these are better. It's much better cards, much better cards. Okay, I'm sorry you didn't get the job last week because I know how much you wanted that. But it looks like the one ahead is better. It's much better. You got the Nine of Swords reverse. The Nine of Swords reverse, it does talk about stress and worry falling away. So there is this job coming your way. Yeah. It does. There is a job ahead of you, and I have a good feeling about the one that you just did, because you have the woman in the tears is a job that you missed. Here's the one coming, and the path ahead, and the end of worry and sleepless nights. So it'll be a weight off your shoulders. I know.
Christina, I'm sorry if I came across as harsh. They only knew.
Oh, yeah. So star to see. Do I have spirits watching over the house?
Not the house, but there's a tree.
There's a tree.
Yeah, there's a tree that's been watched over. Not the house, but there's a tree.
Really? Is that what
Yeah.
you pick up?
Yeah, there's a tree.
Well, there you go. Yeah, the King of Cups reversed, so it is a little. Yeah, so put whatever the tree is close to your house, put crystals and tobacco at the root of it. That's just to say hi to the spirits, invite them into your house.
What's wrong with just talking to them?
Well, that too. I just know what to feed them.
You know what to feed tree spirits?
Yeah. Didn't I just tell you?
Here, have some that burns.
Okay, Kara's looking for an apartment next month. Kara and a new apartment. Yes. And you won't have to look too far. That's good. I'm a little worried about this because it starts out with a solid yes. So the answer is yes, you will find an apartment. I'm just worried about it long term. So I would be very careful about the paperwork and make sure all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, because I think even though you'll find an apartment, I'm worried about how good the landlord is. So cover your butt. Is that what they said?
Okay.
Oh, Christina, don't worry about all. He's a pussycat. He really is. His bark is way worse than his bite. Well, unless you're within arm's reach. But
Specific crystals for the tree stardust?
Clear quartz crystal points work just great. And if not, any kind of a green stone, green moss agate, aventurine. I wouldn't be putting emeralds there, but I'm sure a tree would love an emerald. Okay, so. Oh,
Stardust.
Stardust, no. No.
Stardust lights. Put lights in the tree.
Yeah, like that. Okay, Stardust says, "Hey, Queen, I have another question. I've been told by another psychic that I'm part human, part fairy. Is that true, and do you believe in fairy? Thank you." No. I'm sorry. But no. And if a psychic told me that I was half fairy, I would get up and walk out. Sorry. I mean, it's a lovely theory, and they're an analogy for the natural forces, but as far as little winged creatures breeding with humans, no, I do not believe it. Sorry.
And we know the tooth fairy wants to be called the Molinator anyway.
That's right. Okay. Specific crystals.
We just did that.
Yes, that's right. So, Christina 28, is there a message for my guides beside learning to meditate, which I'm trying to do? 6 kids in a small space. Oh my God. 6 kids. Did you do that willingly? Sorry. That's a lot. Oh my goodness. You had 6 kids? Wow. I thought my mom had 7. But we had a big house. So let's see what else the spirit has to say to Christina. Yeah. You've seen this before.
Oh.
It's just saying, get on your path, do it, do it, do it. It is assuring you that your karma is good. So you're balanced, you're gifted. Take advantage of your gifts. Oh, Christina. That's a lot. Well, you know what it's time for?
Is it time for
Pick 3.
Oh wow.
Yes, we all get a chance to get a reading with Pick 3. And I'm going to pick 3 cards. And you pick 1, 2, or 3. There's card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3. So which one appeals to you? Card number 1, card number 2, or card number 3? Did you pick card number 1? If you did, then your card for this week is the 8 of Wands. This is a very active week. Look for an opportunity for travel and look for things to happen rapidly. So this is not a week to sleep and rest. Did you pick card number 2? Well, if you pick card number 2, then your tarot card is the 10 of Swords reversed. And the 10 of Swords, it doesn't look like a nice card, but is reversed. So this is sorrow falling out, but there's this idea of overkill. So this week, make sure that you're not holding on to grudges. You're not holding on to past hostilities. Let situations pass. This is a time to just let go and move on. Because the worst is over. Just move on. Did you pick card number 3? If you pick card number 3, then your card for this week is a 3 of Coins. Work will go very well this week, and also look to get some acknowledgement for the work that you do. Okay.
Stardust Sea. My psychic also said that King Aubryon is my spirit guide. Is that possible?
Wow. You didn't pay this psychic, did you?
Let's see.
Isn't King Oberon from some fairy tale?
Oh, I'm not even sure about that. I'm just thinking of my interactions with my spirit guides and their interactions with other people's spirit guides. And I've never learned another spirit guide's name, only my own.
Yeah.
When my spirit guides talks to somebody else's spirit guides, there's no names being used. They don't use them, right? Yeah. So I wouldn't even know how to begin coming up with a name for your spirit guides.
Yeah. I've got to say, I just don't think you went to a very good psychic. Ooh, will I get another Rotty pup this year? Yeah, Donna, you need another Rottweiler. Okay, so I'm sorry, honey. Donna's actually very good with Rottweilers.
Did we do those readings already?
Yes.
We just did the pick 3?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Positive. Okay. Rotty pups. Okay. See, I thought it was going to be a little girl, but it looks like you got a little boy coming in. Really thick one, too. You know how sometimes Rottweilers are really broad across the chest? This one's broad across the chest. Yes, you will get another puppy. And yeah, he's going to grow up to be a big boy. A big boy and a garbage dog. He gets into, this is the dog that gets into garbage. You cannot trust, this is your next dog. You will not be able to trust around food, not 1 second. You'll have to put the garbage up. But big strong boy.
And
that's good.
Those Rotties can jump high.
They can. I don't know. Butters managed to get to the top of the counter, and he was just a little snot.
Well, yeah, I know. But he was after meat, so that's a different story.
Good.
I wonder how long it took him.
I don't know. We used to have this little dog, and I had a roast on the kitchen counter, and he was a little Maltese Terrier mix. Crazy dog. But I heard something crash, went into the kitchen, and here he has a whole roast in his mouth. And I don't know how I got away from that dog, but I did. Hey, what does mommy want? Oh, that dog was so stubborn. Okay, so do we have any other questions?
No, I'm not seeing anything.
Oh, my goodness.
All right,
Well,
folks, we got a few more minutes here. Throw in your questions.
yes, and just so you know, anybody who would like to see me in person can see me at the spa near the tracks. Call 519-272-1293. I do post on my website, sallydiane.com, my upcoming dates at the spa as well as upcoming events. I don't have anything public planned right now. There is a private function at the end of April. But if anybody's interested or wants to take any classes, just send me an email at queenofoogaboga.com and let me know. Queenofoogaboga@gmail.com, sorry. And just make suggestions for upcoming classes, and we'll see what we can do. I'd like to put together some classes for September. I think that'd be great.
Are you done there?
Yeah.
Can we take it down a gear?
No, the crown is really squeezing my head right now.
All right, Christina 28, we'll get back to you in a minute. Stardust C. Here's a quick exercise for getting in touch with your spirit guides.
Donna.
At bedtime, take a piece of paper and just write on it, I would like to meet my spirit guides. Sign it, put it on your bedside table, and that's it. And go to sleep. And do it every night. And you will dream about your spirit guides. It's up to you to remember those dreams, though.
Yeah.
But at the same time, once you know they're there, once you've met them, it's easier to fine-tune, to tune into them. That's all right. Christina 28, is Archangel Michael working with me?
That's a good question. Or maybe how can you work with the Archangel Michael? Okay.
All right. So something I got to say about Christina's reading, when those cards came out and everything that I've picked up on there, I think Golden Dawn might be a good path for Christina to start with.
Yeah, but that's a hard path to take. And you really basically have to get an invite to the temple. The Golden Dawn is not, for us it is, but we know people. Okay, so Donna, you are welcome anytime. Absolutely anytime. Let me know what I can do to help you out there. Okay, we have Leona. Oh, no, I was going to see about Christina 28, what advice on how to work with Archangel Michael. He's absolutely good archangel to work with. He's associated with Temperance, so he's going to bring you balance. And then Michael can be a bit of a balance too, so that's good too. Okay, so how can Christina work with the Archangel Michael? Okay, so don't confuse things too much. You're kind of confusing things. Interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I forgot the camera switch. There we go.
Okay, so the first two cards you get are kind of like the Six of Cups is talking about a little bit of confusion, a little bit of looking in too many different directions at once. And the Emperor comes up reversed. So it feels like you're going through these, I know you want to get in touch spiritually, and that's good. But they're also saying that some of the seeking that you're doing is to try and get over, I I think that you may have had some issues in the past with men. And, well, actually, I think that you may have father issues. And maybe he just didn't, it just feels like there's a failure on the part of leaders around you. We'll put it that way. Okay. So when we go from here, where you're looking at this confusion and trying to do things everybody else's way, why don't you quit putting labels on it? Just sit down, take a deep breath, sit out in nature, and meditate or just contemplate on the sky and think about the divine. Think about the universe. Think about how vast things are. Think about the creator. Try and think about things in a non-religious way and just try and reach out to the positive spirit that's there without putting names on it. And see what kind of connections you can make, because you definitely have the ability. You're just kind of steered this way and steered that way by people that are giving you bad advice. And you ask about the Archangel Michael, and the final bit of advice you get is this 8 of Wands, which means quit letting other people confuse you, quit letting other things fog the issue, just go out and do it for yourself. And it's this idea of actively doing it. So I think you're thinking about it but not actually doing it. Okay.
Now we're back to Leona and her upcoming move.
Oh boy. The timing on getting a new place has been everybody's had trouble finding new places. And moves are so stressful anyhow. I had a friend who used to go to her cabinet and she'd pick something. She'd take it, and she'd smash it to the floor before she got ready to move. And the idea, the theory behind it is you always break something in a move, and this way you get to choose what gets broken. Anyhow, a little bit of humor there. Okay, so upcoming move for Leona. Oh, yeah, you have had some difficulties, but it does look like by the time the sun comes back around, so this is before the spring, you're doing good. So I would say that despite obstacles at first, despite hard times, it's going to get easier. And once it starts getting easier, it's going to go fast. Okay, don't let that card change you. This is just talking about the difficulties that you've been having. And does say that you are going to have some obstacles just for the next little while. Yeah. A little more than a month. So that still puts us into March. But you're right, it is going to take a little longer than you expected. But it'll go just fine. You'll be happy. It's a beautiful place. Okay.
I think we're out of questions.
Oh, so I see, Katrina. So your husband was the reversed emperor, who's the failed leader. Yeah, you need to be on. Yeah, do things to build up your own confidence. Oh, fairies aren't real. Come on. They're metaphorical. They're not real. No, they're not real. No, they're not winged little people living in our gardens. Trust me. There are dragonflies. I'm sorry. I must have taken a blunt pill before I took it.
No. I'm just living in the wrong town. I'm talking about fairies.
Oh, gee. Oh, thank you, Christina 28. Okay. So, I think that just about does it.
Sorry?
We don't have any more questions.
No?
Does anybody else want to know anything? We have time to do a
Where-
celebrity reading.
Where do fig trees and pine trees grow at the same place? Turkey?
Yeah, I think that would be
Yeah,
the Middle
okay,
East.
yeah.
Although you could probably do it in
Turkey, the
Florida
Middle
too.
East,
I mean,
really? I
California.
never thought of Turkey as the Middle East.
It isn't, but I'm challenged when it comes to geography.
Sonia wants
do
to
a
do a celebrity reading.
reading.
Yeah.
Okay, what do we want to see? Do we want to see Marion Hag? I mean, Harry
Who's-
and Meghan?
Who is Marion Haggerty?
I don't know.
But apparently she wants a reading.
I love you too. Okay, so let's do
Good night, Donna.
yeah, let's do Harry and Meghan.
Ah.
Oh, you bored with them?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No, he's just blasted all over the news and
I
can't turn on my phone without his picture on it.
Oh, I know everybody likes Justin Bieber, and I read that he just sold his
music catalog.
His music catalog for $2 million. You see, Sonia wants to know. Oh, and Lisa Presley. Well, we'll see if we have time for Lisa Presley too. Okay.
She in heaven.
But Justin Bieber, let's see how Justin Bieber is doing. I saw him with Haley, and they're cute as a couple of puppies and kittens. Okay, so he's got some contractual problems. So I'm wondering if he was really if he was really able to sell that. Anyhow, he's got some legal issues coming up. He's got some
I'm sure he
legalities.
does. Yeah, I'm sure. But
Yeah.
when it comes to contract law like that, copyrights,
Yeah, but
there's a lot of money.
he could settle it out, but he's not going to come quite as far ahead as he'd like to. Oh, good. You got the 9 of Cups.
Oh, hang on. I forgot to switch the camera again. Here I am asleep at the switch.
So we have the Ace of Swords, and that's where I see him coming up with legal problems. But you also have the 2 of Swords. So there is a bit of a settlement here. So I think that some of the money he just got, he's going to have to give. Okay. But having said that, he gets enough to do what he wanted to do. He's on a good path. I know that he wanted to take some time off from touring and that. And I know that Haley's had some problems in the past, but it looks like where they're headed, it's going to be a good year. We might hear baby talk.
All right, start of C. Lisa Presley, is she in heaven? Okay. Well, let's start with the obvious. Heaven and hell are religious creations, man-made religion.
Okay, so let's see if Lisa Presley. What am I saying?
You're done speaking tonight.
I know. Well, she died so young, just like her dad. Well, she looks like her dad. Okay, so the short answer is yes. The long answer, I know that they were married in life, and I know that Elvis always loved Lisa Marie, but I don't see them together in death. So they're on their own in death. I think Elvis is
Left the building.
Left the building, yes. So yes. And I do also see, I know that there's some legalities around her will and that. And unfortunately, the estate will not be settled the way she would have liked it. So her wishes will not be respected in the long run, unfortunately.
That's the way it goes.
Yes. Okay, so everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe.
And watch. Just keep watching.
Yes, make sure you tell all your friends. And tune in again next week for another episode of Psychic Sundays Live with your Queen of Ooga Booga, Sally Diane, and my wonderful producer. Have a great week, everybody.